Here is a charging cord. This one broke after some period of use, but I wasn't mad. I just bought another one to replace it. That's what I call a commodity. Something that you use all the time and is low cost. So when it breaks, you simply buy another one. On the other end of the spectrum is something that you use all the time and maybe costs you a bit. Throughout our 10 years in business, I've occasionally been questioned as to how I could possibly charge $70 for a small wallet. It's not that I don't think that's a fair question to ask. It's that I think the metric that someone might use to come to that question might need some further examination. On the whole, I've found that most people who engage in business with us understand the handcrafted, American-made effort that is our business, and that our goods are priced higher than a similar type product they might find somewhere on the internet. Coming up with a retail price for our products is something I take quite seriously. I think about my true cost of goods. We don't skimp on materials. There's of course labor involved in hand making things, and then the overhead needs of the business. All that goes into the computerizer in my head to hopefully make it so that we make a profit and live to fight another day. Thankfully, enough people have agreed to that value proposition for themselves, or frankly, I wouldn't be here. The question gets me thinking though. In asking that, I think someone is really only looking at the pure cash outlay at the purchase. $70 is not a small amount of money, certainly, and one could do a lot of things with it. So the thinking might be, I'd rather have a cheap $20 wallet that I'll replace when it breaks and use the extra $50 now towards something that I value more. That's totally fair. I don't know who to credit this to, but I heard a different metric for considering purchase decisions that I thought was interesting. Cost per use.
And if you don't like, I would like a demonstration so you can see. Check it out.
Here's a little illustration on a graph. We're going to map the y-axis as cost, and the x-axis will be use. Everything we buy has a useful life. If we decide to spend more money on something, we would expect that it would hopefully last a long time. Then it can be considered a good value, sort of like a long-term investment. Then you have things that are higher cost, but you only get a limited life out of. That cost per use quadrant I think of as luxury. Something we might do from time to time, like vacations or playing golf at a legendary course. Over here is the commodity quadrant. High usage, low cost. We've covered that one. And lastly, this quadrant of low cost and low amount of use. I'm calling this the forgettable quadrant. Who knows? Who cares? I'd put face masks, diapers, and giveaway swag here. It's likely going to end up in the trash or lost because you really don't care about it. But let's do a run through of some real-world examples to illustrate. Item 1. American-made blue jeans. $250. I estimate that you get 3 to 4 wears per week for a total of 500 days. Cost per use, 50 cents. Item 2. Ski boots. Estimate that on average you get 75 days of skiing there. Cost per use, $11.33. Running shoes, $170. Estimate 100 runs. Cost per use, $1.70. Item 4. Dress suit, $900. Estimate 15 times over a few years. I'm speaking for me. Cost per use, $60. Item 5. Giveaway koozie. Free with membership. Cost per use, 0. Who cares? I didn't really think about it in these terms, but when I founded Last Exit, I wanted to focus on building quality items that people find great enjoyment in carrying, and that will last them a long time. Animus wallet, $69. Estimate 5 years or 1,825 days. Cost per use, 4 cents.